Alright. We are back at it again. Not gonna lie, I almost canceled this stream as well, because my stomach kinda hurts. But, whatever. Alright, we last left off on 675 H3RT D45 RD. And both of us can use swamps. The swamps are bottomless, and there's no Armageddon, so it's gonna be potentially a long one. Potentially. His rating is garbage, so that's good. And we'll play this on default speed, at least for a while. I thought, oh, gather, good. All right, this kind of sucks because I need to build downwards. Oh fuck. Fuck. All right, reset. Getting the early game right is so crucial. For the ice levels. Alright, we gotta go all the way over here. So I want to make sure that this should be good. Gotta go back over here. Baby these guys a little bit. But I kind of need to get it so that we're stepping down so I can get low. And then that way we're not using up so much mana to build. Because mana is even more precious on these snow and ice levels. Almost bullshittingly precious. Alright, so he's getting some expands. We haven't gotten shit, so a little upset about that. A little upset about that. I need these guys to pop. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that we're not getting any pops from these, and he's already gotten. Ooh. Yeah, it makes sense, I suppose. Good. I mean, one of his units died. That's what I'm trying to avoid as well. Trying to avoid any of our units dying unnecessarily. Good, got a pop there, perfect. Perfect. Alright. So, boom, let's do that, and then let's build down. Perfect. Let's go over here. Build this down. Boom, got a castle out of that. here. Put this out, put this down. He better not die. Oh my fucking god. It's always dangerous doing it like this. Alright, we're good now. Let's go back over here, try to get a pop. Got our pop, very nice. Oh, come on. Go back over here, try to get our pops. Very good. Build this down. We're gonna have to step this down as well. Alright, build on low ground, which is perfect. So turn that into a castle. Okay. Step this guy down, boom. Very good. Oh god. We're expanding a little too much. I don't necessarily have the mana to go for all of this. Alright. Put this down. Got a pop off of that. Ooh. This up. Build this down. Very good. Build that out. Yeah, see, this is what you worry about. Alright, but we're getting our castles, so this is working out alright. We've stepped most of the way down. Alright, good. Now we'll try to step these down at the exact same time. Hopefully they gathered properly. Alright, now we can go back over here, try to build these out. Get a quick double pop. Very nice. Build out some landing for him. This out. Very nice. Alright. So both of these guys are actually going to just expand all over the place, which is great. Gotta be mindful that we are not allowed to Armageddon. We're not allowed to Armageddon on this level, which is fine. It's fine. But you do have to remember that and play into that. Okay, I think he just went. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Alright, really great expands off of that. So we can go over here, probably get some good expands. You know, I gotta admit it's probably better to do a little safety save here, because I could try to go for an early swamp instead of spending a lot of resources on expanding, but I think we gotta expand. Alright, we got him beat on population, which is fantastic. Like I've been saying, we gotta be mindful about getting some swamps. We need to get some swamps going, because that's gonna ultimately be how we win the level here. So we'll probably do one more round of pops all around. That is insane that he has not settled, but he did eventually. Good. Really close to the swamp. See, this is where it gets a little risky with this expanding, because alright, I gotta go over here and drop a swamp before it gets too out of control. Now the tricky part is that since I am swamping him, he can swamp me back, and I won't necessarily know that he swamps me back. So, do gotta be mindful of that. But at this point, I think we are so far ahead that I don't have to expand through popping. We don't have to expand through popping anymore. We can just let things happen very naturally, because at this point we have pretty colossal lead. It's fantastic. That's all we do. We just keep swamping and build out our perimeter so that when they do pop, they can have a nice little landing zone to call home. Oh shit! Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. That was definitely what I was worried about, but it did not hurt us as bad. Hey Zeke, welcome in. It is not, but it is the Game Boy camera ROM running through MGBA, and then you can feed MGBA your webcam. So it's just the webcam on my ThinkPad running an emulation. I think it would be cool to have another, you know, Super Famicom and Super Game Boy and all that, but it would be a little much, I would say. That's good enough, yeah. But yeah, I found out that you could do that, and I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. So I started doing it. Okay, I got it. Oh, what the fuck? That's actually so infuriating. Holy fuck, these stupid ass swamp bugs. I just had to deal. Oh my gosh. I just had to deal with getting swamped earlier, and now I'm getting swamp bugged. I mean, give me a fucking break. Fucking assholes. And I might even be getting swamped. Oh my god. What a disaster. Anyways, swamps are bottomless in this, so if any of my guys walk into a swamp, they die. Yeah. Hope you're doing well today. We're just playing what might be the longest game of the challenge, at least for quite a while, I'd imagine. I don't actually know how many hours I've played this, but when all is said and done, this is going to be over 100 hours. There's no doubt in my mind that that's going to be the case. Yeah, let's keep swapping them out. Now, I'm on level 675 out of 989. But that's a little deceptive to say because depending on how well you do on a level, you skip forward a certain number of levels. So the minimum that I've seen is 2 levels. But the average, I would say, is about 5. Sometimes you you do really, really well, and you'll skip a whole shitload of levels, but I would say that that's fairly rare. And, yeah, I wish FP had to play this game, but it was only Japan and Europe that got Populous on Game Boy. I believe Wax Weasler played it. It looked like he was, because I was curious how this game would even function on a Game Boy. It actually looks like it functions pretty alright. But I think that he used, you know, emulator speed up, which, fair enough, but I will not be doing anything like that. You can change the game speed. That is a thing that you can do, but you kind of do it at your own peril in this game, because if you make the game too fast, you won't be able to really keep up with what's going on. All right. And again, I just gotta keep an eye out for any swamps that the enemy might throw my way, because right now my plan of attack is to just keep swamping the shit out of this guy until I have such a colossal advantage. And because there is no, we're probably going to speed up the game in the late game, but right now I can't really afford to do that. But yeah, right now, because there's no Armageddon, and also your guys die pretty pretty fast. A lot of terrain damage on snow and ice. It's probably my least favorite level theme, just because your mana generation is incredibly low. Alright, this is interesting because we're about to be knocking on his door, or he's gonna knock on my door. So I gotta be really careful about that, because if I'm walking into a bunch of swamps that I set down, you know, friendly fire and all, because now our lands are touching. Alright. So what I'd like to do now is put swamps in the back. That way that we're, again, I gotta keep checking, you know, did he swamp me back? Did he swamp me back? I'm not seeing it. But swamps are bottomless, so like this is dangerous even if we oh fuck. Oh, never mind. That's not a big deal. It's also really hard to tell what is a swamp and what is not a swamp on this theme, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I don't think that I can actually get much better than what I got here, so I think we're gonna have to tell our guys to go to the Papal. And unfortunately, our Papal's all the way over here, and also unfortunately, like I was talking about with the terrain damage, it's very possible that this guy picks this up and then immediately dies, which is about to happen. So it's actually going to take me a really long time to really do much of anything here. But we are winning the population war. Okay. That's big. Alright, so now what I gotta do is I gotta take this shit. Did I actually... What the fuck? Is the Papal not there? Did my guy die? What the oh my god. What a fucking asshole. Yeah, so he just killed like a shitload of my population. He's just gonna keep doing it. This is fucking annoying. This is really fucking annoying. Okay. What the fuck? This level might actually be impossible. This level might actually be impossible because I'm not going to be able... I gotta switch my guys to attack mode. Okay, this is bad. Alright, so I'm pumping the game speed up, although you really can't tell because Anyways, this level might actually be impossible because I can't gather my dudes because the enemy is just going to swamp me, which fucking sucks. So I basically have to just keep swamping the shit out of him and then slowly win. Like, this is kind of outrageous. So I can, like, encroach on his territory. God damn it, this is so bad. This is so bad because it takes a really long time to overtake by just relying on attack and then settle. Because you can never get a big... You can never get a big army going. And by swamping this guy out, like, this doesn't really do anything. Does this do anything? So we're kind of fucked. And I already spent 26 minutes. I haven't spent that much time trying to beat this. I did not anticipate this one being this difficult. How strong is this guy? This guy's pretty strong. This guy's pretty strong. He's probably gonna kill this castle. So this is what I mean is like... So he's gonna win that fight. But it's like... What am I gonna do about that? Alright, he got weakened pretty hard. And, you know, as I expand, it just makes it harder to really see what all is going on. As far as, like, am I getting swamped or not? Alright, killed him there. We have another swamp that we can put down, so just put it down. You know what's interesting is, I think if I... Well, no. No. I was gonna say, I think if I put my Papal down near him, I think that he might actually try to swamp himself, which would be pretty comical. Alright, we are winning. We are winning, but this is like the slowest win ever. But I don't think that it's safe to do anything else. So we just keep swamping that ass, and that's about it. Try to pay attention to the minimap to see if our dudes are dying. See, like right here, I should swamp that. Because now his guy's gonna potentially walk into it, but nope, he's too smart. Okay, I gotta pay attention to his leader though, because if I could swamp his leader, that would be great. That would be great. Hey, Lily, thank you for being, quote, first. Remove my title. Come on, walk into it, you fuck. Stupid computer. It's actually not stupid, that's the problem. Yeah, Lily, welcome to what might be the longest map. This is a very unfortunate situation. Alright, where's his leader? His leader didn't die, did he? No. But yeah, this map might very well take the longest. So at least I can drown them out a little bit. Please win that. It's like every fight is incredibly important. Please kill him. Okay, good. I don't know why I didn't make the sound effect, but we got the kill. Alright. His population is going down, and he's not swamping us back, I do not think. So, we're doing it, we're kicking ass. But yeah, I can't have my dudes gather at the Papal because he will just swamp us and then instantly kill my guy because I'm not going to be able to react when I tell him to move somewhere else. Like, when I'm watching him, sure, I can do it, but not watching him. See, I gotta be careful here because these are swamps. Right, like I'm expanding into swamps, so now it's like my guys are in danger of fucking dying to my own swamp, which sucks. And you can barely even tell that they're swamps, which is funny. Yeah, I think that guy just died. Oops. See, this is swamps. So at this point, it's like I gotta put my swamps in the very back. Alright, we're actually making progress, shockingly enough. Which is good. This felt unwinnable. This felt unwinnable just moments ago. But now we're doing it. Now, I really wish this eye twitch would go away. Demon Souls? No, it's not Demon Souls. I've been thinking about Demon Souls lately, though. Thinking about maybe doing a Jeff pick and playing Demon Souls on my CRT. That would be fun. Alright. We've reached the point of no swamps. Cannot swamp anymore. Swamping? Swamper, no swamping. See, that's a swamp. Gotta fix that. Get out of my swamp. Try to drown his guys. He's not very attentive. Oh, fuck. See, now we're expanding into the bottom where there's swamps everywhere. Very dangerous. Alright, I think this is what we have to do. Oh shit, can I try to kill his leader? Yes! That was big. Because he was gathering. He was gathering something fierce. And now he can't. We're gonna do it. We're gonna beat it. DeForte, what's up, man? God damn, dude. Thank you so much. 27 months. Cheers to that. We're drinking a big ass Arizona green tea tonight. Yeah, I hope you've been well, DeForte. I haven't been able to really make my presence known in your streams lately. You, welcome in. This tile says so boring. Bring back Cake World. Yeah, this is my least favorite one, especially because you can only swamp on this iteration of this map, right? And so this see these? See this patch? This is a swamp. You can barely tell, but those three, that little L piece, that was a swamp. And swamps are bottomless on the current rule set. Sick for a week, but good to go. Hell yeah. Hey, glad you're feeling better. But yeah, so, and I can't Armageddon either. Oh shit, he fucking swamped us. No, he didn't swamp us. The fucking swamp bugs. Oh my god. Fucking assholes. And see, you can barely even tell that these are swamps. Anyways, for those who are unaware, swamp bugs, they're just these bugs that run across the map, and they almost always run across my side of the map and not the computer's. And they just fucking shit all over the map. And then you gotta fix it. By the way, I'm running this game right now on the highest speed setting. You can change the game speed, but because we've taken up so much of the map, the Super Nintendo, or Super Famicom rather, cannot keep up. And so, even though this is on the fastest setting, you'd be hard pressed to actually notice. But yeah, you can see, especially with the lag now, like how long this is gonna take me to fix. But I'm doing it. I'm fixing it. But yeah, when the swamp bugs come, it's best to just build upwards. It's best to just build upwards across the whole line and then just build down. Eventually, everything will go back to normal. But yeah, so I basically just have to rely on my guys slowly winning all of these fights, because I can't actually tell my guys to gather, because if I tell my guys to gather, the computer is going to swamp me and then kill all my guys. Because swamps are bottomless. So you can see here, like, whoops. Over here, I was trying to build them up, and this is where my last guy died. But anyways, it's just not possible to do it. So, like, the best thing that I can do, especially at this point, like, I can't build swamps into his territory either. This is a pretty effective strategy that I can do, is, sink these guys, because the terrain damage is really fucking high. Also, DeForte, I gotta come up with my own scam emote. Do I have your blessing? I was joking about that in a previous stream. It's like, I'll have to ask DeForte if I have his blessing to make my own scam emote. Because that is a DeForte thing for sure. Oh fuck, dude. Did he just swamp my ass? Oh, we're getting into a bit of a tussle here. Hopefully we win. Fuck, we lost. But yeah, it's crazy. I forget when I started this, but I think I started this game in November, right? I'll have to check my spreadsheet. I've been making improvements to my spreadsheet. I figured out how to make a, basically a jump to the current game. You have to do a hyperlink, and then you can use another formula in that hyperlink to link to the column where the thing says now playing, and it works. Honestly, Excel and Google Sheets, like, there's so much stuff that you can do with spreadsheets. Pretty impressive. Alright, are we gonna get it? Let's try to drown this guy while this is going on. Alright, we got it. But yeah, so by me doing this, I'm causing decent damage to these guys. It's not going to be enough to, like, outright kill them, but the terrain damage is pretty high on snow and ice, so kind of works out. Oh god, I so desperately want to kill this guy's leader. Oh yeah, his leader is hella strong. Alright, so if I just keep doing this, his leader... Is he even taking damage? He's probably not out here long enough to take damage. Alright, I'm gonna do an advanced technique here. I'm gonna do a super advanced technique. Fucking bastard. Fuck. He's so close to my guys. Kill him. Fuck. want to do an advanced technique, aka I want to get him killed instantly. Fuck. But he's not moving. Come on, come on, come on, kill him. Kill him. Fuck. Alright, never mind. Try it one more. Fuck. Didn't work. I'm actually like killing my guys before I even kill his. I don't hate the game. It's just that the game is very challenging, you know? And very long. I don't hate the game. Yo, this sucks ass. What the fuck? I don't hate the game. This shit sucks. No, this map in particular is, it's rough because I can't really enact my will on this, map, so I'm like, nah, I don't hate the game, it's just that, the learning curve was very high, and, you know, you kind of think, like, okay, maybe I'm able to, like, even if the level's really hard, it's like, okay, can I, like, is it actually true that some levels are just impossible? It might be possible to beat some of the levels, but this shit is, like, some levels are just too fucking hard, so, like, you could beat your fucking head into the wall forever, like on level 51. I'm doing a very poor job of explaining my experience playing this game. It's one of those games that would have been great to own back in the day because of the amount of time value. I mean, yeah, the game, I wouldn't say is endless, but there's a lot to do. That's for sure. That is for sure, there's a lot to do. Oh, fuck. Like, if you were a kid and you didn't read the manual, you would probably assume that this game is endless. But the manual does say that there's 989 levels. I really wish I could, kill this guy. But yeah, and then you can also, you could also, like, do custom rules and all kinds of stuff. Anyways, the point that I was trying to make is that before you really get your mind right about this game, there are aspects of it that just seem impossible, and I think there are levels that are just straight up impossible. But you can just skip them, you know, it's not that big of a deal to just skip them. And by skipping them, I mean you just go back to the level and to a previous level and try to get a different score. But yeah, I'm trying not to, like, bitch out about games or, like, you know, not give a game its due. You know, we're trying to have fun, so, like, I'm having fun with this game, but sometimes it is really daunting. Sometimes it is really daunting sometimes, but you have to figure out a strategy. You got to make something work, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do here. You know, so I'm like swamping him in the back in the hopes that, you know, we keep chipping away at his HP, because he can't do this, but we can, right? So, like, every time I do that, I'm chipping away at his population ever so slightly. Anyways, I still don't think I'm really communicating it very well, but, you know, like, I've seen other people do their challenge, and then they get to this game, and then they just like play it for a little bit, and they're like, okay, I'm done. And it's like, man, like the levels in the 600s, which just is 675 right now, they're very unique levels, very unique challenges for this game. Shit, I think I killed that guy. Cool. That's good. And so, you know, you wouldn't have experienced these cool levels and like been challenged if you just played for a little bit and then said, well, okay, I beat some levels, I kind of get the idea of the game, I'm moving on. You know, and same thing with Hal's Hole-in-One Golf, right? Like, yeah, there's no credits in that game, but you know, the build-up of me as a player in that game, and like the rivalry in my head of facing, you know, Jumbo Ozaki, beating him, getting his clubs, going into the tournament, and then beating the tournament with a -13 score. You know, that shit was super fun. But, you know, you could just play Hal's Hole-in-One Golf and, you know, play 18 rounds of golf and then say, well, there's no credits, and then just move on. But that's boring as fuck. You know, you didn't like do anything. You didn't really experience the game. So I've just solidified in my mind that I don't necessarily have to like 100% every single game I play, but I'm trying to meet the game where it's at and enjoy it. Kind of like when people just cheat or walk through a game with a guide, they don't experience the actual game. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I think people would be surprised if they actually just like sat there and tried to engage with a game. Like, for instance, you know, I played Myst for the first time on the 3DO not too long ago, and I didn't use a guide for that at all. And, you know, everybody always talks about Myst like it's some impossible game, and it really isn't. And if you're not experiencing Myst on your own terms, with your own ideas, then what the fuck are you even doing? Because, like, where's the game? You're not experiencing anything for yourself. You're just reading what some jackass told you to do on the internet. It's not your game anymore. You know, you might as well watch a movie. I mean, that's the whole point of playing a game, is that it's like you're entering into this challenge and, you know, you got to figure it out. Which is not to say that you can't get stuck. You know, sometimes you get stuck and you might have to look something up, but I would prefer to do that incredibly sparingly. Motherfuckers, when you have to use your mind to play a puzzle game. Yeah, like Kablooey. I love Kablooey. I was about to say, I love fucking Kablooey. But then I was like, wait a minute. But Kablooey is a wonderful game. Alright, can we, like, win, though? This might take us another hour of just, like, slowly chipping away at this guy. Because, I literally cannot... Okay, it looks like he's not building up anything anymore. I could have said any other puzzle game. Have we played any other puzzle game on the SNES Quest? Didn't think so. But yeah, I don't know. It's just too easy for people to be like, "Oh, this game sucks." Although the irony is not lost on me that I was complaining earlier and being like, "This game fucking sucks," but I'm going to eventually. Yeah, I don't even know when one's coming up, but that is true. Eventually. Please kill this man. Alright, so as long as I keep doing this, he'll eventually die. This is like the silliest shit ever. He will eventually run out of HP. It's just gonna take an unbelievable amount of time. Yeah, the same thing. Someone said that game is easy. Did you do an Iron Man run on Expert? If not, you can't claim it's easy. I think it's fair to say that a game's normal mode is easy. Like, doing Iron Man is not really intended. Like, most games don't have an Iron Man setting. That's like a self-imposed challenge. There's something to be said about a well-balanced normal mode. There's something to be said about a well-balanced normal mode. Alright, this guy's fucking drowning now. We're really fucking him up. People save scumming and acting like it's easy. Yeah, save scumming is really tricky, right? Because you have games that were designed with save scumming in mind, and then it's like, okay, so you're save scumming, but oy vey, govna. All right, I think I might have figured something out actually. Swamps can only affect flat land. Swamps can only affect flat land. See, this is what I'm talking about, is like, left to your own devices, back against the wall. I've been playing this game for a bajillion hours. And I'm like, fudge, how the hell am I gonna do this, right? So if I build this up, if I build like the Great Wall of Jeff, and then I tell shit, I kind of messed this up. Let me load the game. Because swamps only affect flat land, so he cannot swamp me. It is impossible. It is impossible for him to... Alright, and now we tell them to gather towards the popple. Alright, so what we're doing here is I'm building like a huge mountain range right into the heart of the enemy. And he cannot swamp me. How can he swamp? Right into the heart of the enemy. Shit balls. He's still trying to swamp me though, somehow. Okay, so what is this guy's HP? His HP better be a fuckload. That's another weird thing about Snow and Ice is that you can pretty much only get, Snow and Ice is weird because you can only really get... Alright, whatever. Snow and Ice is weird because you pretty much only get fist technology, which sucks. Alright, and by doing this, I'm forcing all of his units to, like, build up. Alright, alright. Whoops, no, I don't want that. Fuck. I want this. Alright, walk towards this guy. Alright, sorry. Zeke's a fan of modern rewind save state, but yeah, people get the wrong idea about how hard games used to be when they use them. Oh, it's complete bullshit. If you want to use that, that's fine, but you cannot in any way, shape, or form pretend like you have, like, beat the game and, like, have intimate knowledge of the game. Like, you went on a roller coaster ride, but you didn't actually beat the game. Alright, I gotta be very mindful. Why the fuck are they even walking this way? It actually makes no sense that he's walking the way that he's walking, because this is not the fastest path. So this is silly. Anyways, I'm not being very articulate right now, but... Alright. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, no hints. I played this game a fuckload already. It's been lurking, listening to the heartbeat of God. Welcome in, Jin. Alright, where's my dude at? Alright, sick. Alright. Shit, what is the shortcut? It's not RA? Okay, it's RB. Very sparse music. Imagine playing this late at night on a CRT. That's a mood. I am playing it late at night on a CRT. Yeah, it is a mood. Imagine this, Jeff. That's reality. It do be. Alright, get the fuck out of there, you silly Billy. Alright, so basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get his guys to, like, take massive terrain damage. By just building all this shit up. Alright, where is my guy, dude? Alright, yo, he's walking. He's walking, he's talking. Alright, let's kill this guy. Anyways, people can play video games however they want. I just think that there's no satisfaction to be had in, like, playing Just a little bit of Populous and being like, well, that's all there is. Alright, sick. Alright, wherever he swamped my shit, I don't think it even matters because... But is there any satisfaction in playing all of Populous? Yes. I will be satisfied when we win. I like how they were both, stepping to the beat. Boop, 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 boop. Did we fight? He's what a loser. He's running away from me. Get back here! I'm not finished with you! Satisfied so I can finally launch a different game, yeah. Probably. Alright, look at that. Big fucking damage. Look at his population just drop. This is on the fastest speed, by the way. There's just too much shit going on. Thank God I thought about this mountain range strategy. You're 4 days satisfied with me playing Populous, so you never have to. I'm blue, of course. Alright, he's basically sending in all of his troops to try to fight off my onslaught, but he's fucked. We're just fisting him to death. You, like, literally can't get anything better than fist technology, on this. Unfortunately. Like, Snow and Ice it's just too harsh. Like, the mana gain and population development sucks too much ass. But anyways, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying sounds like elitist or whatever. I just think it's, like, annoying when people are like, oh, you know, like with Myst, like, oh, what's the point of playing Myst? You know? Like, hello? It's a big fucking mystery, and you get to solve it. That's sick. But if you just use a guide or whatever, I mean, you might as well just watch somebody else play the game. You didn't beat it. If you use a guide, Myst is 3 minutes long and has no content, yeah. Pretty much. But, like, you know, I was taking all my notes and shit, and, like, some of my notes didn't matter, and I'm like... But, you know, that's, like, cool, because, like, I never know what's coming up next. And then, like, I totally missed this one part of Myst, like... And when I finally found it, it was like... Yeah, you know, like, this thing had been right in front of my nose the whole time. And then when I finally, you know, like, uncovered that mystery, I was like, whoa, what? Like, that's crazy. Alright, thank God we beat this level, eh? Oh, just kidding. So I have these guys to kill. They were just filling in the answers they had on a document. That's so stupid. Like, you're not even playing the game. You're just, it has turned into work at that point. Like, that's not fun. I don't know. Like, because don't get me wrong, like when I play the sports games, right? Like a lot of people when they play sports games for challenges and stuff like this, they might do like, okay, one game and then they're done or something like that. No, not me. We're doing full seasons, you know? There's gonna be triumphs, there's gonna be heartache. But you better believe that I'm not only going to be playing a sports game, so I am reserving the right to have like back burner games where like I play them at least once a week, preferably. Preferably at least once a week. Like I put this game on the back burner when I was stuck on level 51 because it just felt so impossible. And then, I kept trying new strategies, and then, ultimately the strategy is go back to the previous levels, get a different level password by performing, better or shittier on a previous level. But that was an amazing moment to get beyond level 51 and 52. And, we've had some other struggles here and there. But to overcome that, I could have just looked up the password for the final level and did that, but then I would never have gone through this whole experience. And then, like, I'm in the level 600s, and like every level in the 600s has been some unique twist. Like this level, bottomless swamps, snow and ice. And, now I like figured out like a new strategy that I never had to employ before. And I can't remember if it was Caro or somebody else, but somebody was saying like they were really impressed with how much depth there is to this game, and I was like, there's not that much depth. But these 600 levels are really throwing some shade on that comment. That's not true. There is depth. That's not to say that I don't like the levels that we can just beat really quickly in like 5 minutes. Those are nice. But yeah, this mountain range technique really pushed us over the top. Really pushed us over the top. And look at that, 131. That's not a bad score. Pun intended, mountain pushed me over the top. Yeah, that's the spirit of Moody shining through me. We have to keep his punniness alive. All right, let's record this level. 681. We got M2NY H2LL. M2N. Shit, is that a Y or a V? Oh, fuck. It's a Y. All right, Japan-esque. 3 to 5. Not looking good. We can do everything. He can do everything. Your typical shallow harmful. His rating is about medium. His reactions are schmaxed. So this one probably isn't going to be too bad. Hey, what up, Ted? I'm probably going to restart the console so we can go back down to normal speed because I have that weird. Okay, you can use Armageddon, so just out of curiosity, because I'm like talking up the 600s so much. Yeah, it looks like maybe a little. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so half and half of being able to use Armageddon versus not being able to use Armageddon, which I guess maybe isn't so rare to go half and half, but I don't know. These not being able to use Armageddons are so much different. Or at least they feel so much different. Oh yeah. Turn the console off and back on again. But yeah, same thing of like, looking into other media that's related to the game, whether that's like a real life event that the game is based on, or, the book or the movie that the game is based on. So for example, Jalico Rally Big Run. I was already talking about this, so I'll keep it brief because I've talked about this in other streams, but I watched the Paris Dakar 1986. I watched a documentary about it, and it's so interesting to see, the real thing that the game designers were trying to emulate in the game, and I think they did a very effective job at that for, a 1991 experience. In a lot of ways, because I've seen the arcade game, I haven't played the arcade game, but the arcade game doesn't have the parts system as far as, tire, engine, suspension, brake, wear and tear, and having to repair that, and having a support team, picking your staff and all that. It's pretty sick, actually. But that's a game that, you could so easily write off as, why would you play Jalico Rally Big Run? After all, it is a Jalico game. But if you experience it on its own terms and you kind of like, look into it, like what actually makes it cool? And it's got great music. It's got a unique setting. It's got a unique gameplay elements. All right. So he's on Flatland. That's perfect. So make our first castle there. Is this guy also on Flatland? He is. Make our second castle. Alright, Japan-esque is always kind of weird, I gotta be honest. Japan-esque is always kind of weird. Alright, so I'm keeping this around because I want that one in the middle there. I want that one to pop. So I think as soon as that pops, that's when I'm gonna... That's when I'm gonna start, manually popping these castles. Then we should be able to expand really quickly. But yeah, Japan's fucking weird. right? Like, I don't actually know when this is gonna pop. I never really spent the time to figure that out. Because I don't think he's gonna pop when the yellow goes up. I think he pops when the green maxes out, and that's exactly what happened. So that's good. Alright. And I need him... Alright, well, that kind of pisses me off, actually. But whatever. So we have these two guys. Good, good, good. Alright, let's try to get a manual pop here. Boom. Fantastic. Boom. Fantastic. Alright. And then we gotta get this going. Hopefully that guy doesn't die to terrain damage by being a silly asshole and walking around. Which is a very real possibility. Actually, both of those guys might die. I don't know who I get more mad at. The pigs or the Japanese? So for those who don't know, there's a pig theme, and the pigs take the most damage out of anyone. I want to say that the Japan terrain is not so bad, but like, I don't know. Something wacky about the Japanese theme where it just doesn't work out the way that I would like it to a lot of the time. Let's try to get some pops here. Figured we'd only get a double pop. Try to get some pops here. No pop at all, so that sucks. But we can probably get some pops on the edge. Yeah, double pop, sick. Yeah, something else I'm really looking forward to is playing Jumbo Ozaki no Hole-in-One, which is the Japanese version, the original version of Hal's Hole-in-One Golf, which it's basically the same game, but I'm fucking pumped to actually play that and see Jumbo Ozaki himself instead of whitewashed Jumbo Ozaki. Oh shit. I just realized I have to, we can do everything and so can he. So I got a volcano. I got a volcano as soon as I get it. And we can Armageddon too, so should be able to clean this one up pretty quickly as opposed to waiting a bajillion hours. Try to get it. Oh. You talk about. Oh. Oh. That's actually pretty pretty insane. The rate of expansion there. Holy shit. Oh, fucker. Alright. Normally, I wouldn't really bother nibbling away at this, but it is going to be a really long time before we have the mana to Armageddon. So we'll schnibble it. So I'm probably just gonna have to keep like literally just keep volcanoing him to the point that he can't do anything. I mean, this is pretty standard practice. But we're definitely beating him out in population, which is fantastic. But yeah, see, now we've expanded out so much that our mana gains are getting out of control, but he's still able to volcano us back quite a bit, which is annoying. But in a way, I guess this kind of is forcing our dudes to expand out a little bit. So overall, it might not be so bad. But we've gotten to the point where we can probably just get to Armageddon and end this level, because we got double the pop. So that's probably what I will do, is just focus on building out the perims and then chilling. This guy's such a fucking champion that he wants to repopulate the whole world. See, the really funny thing is, and I haven't seen the computer really try to do this, but if there is, because I have seen the computer one time, there's one map where the computer, so far anyways, where the computer will try to Armageddon you, which is very interesting. But I can't remember, there might have been one level where the computer will actually try to flood. But most of the time, the computer just builds low, right? Because that. Oh wow, this is pretty hilarious. This is also pretty normal for the computer to build a knight. But by the time that knight is able to do anything, we're gonna Armageddon. So, not really that concerned. That said, he could do enough damage that takes away my. Let me see what we're working with. Oh shit, he has sword tech. Okay, this kind of is a race against time. This kind of is a race against time. How much damage is this really gonna do? Fuck. We're so close, that's the thing. We're so fucking close. I don't want to actually do anything. I don't actually want to do anything about this threat because I'm one tick away. Fuck. I need my guys to tussle with it. Okay, fantastic. Alright. If I just put my guy here as a guard, alright, it's over. That could have potentially been more of a disaster, but we were able to get the Armageddon. What's really rough is that every time you lose a castle from combat, it's going to take away mana. And so it could take a shitload of mana away in a pretty rapid time. We're going to set the game speed to fast so that this Armageddon just plays out faster. Advanced technique, by the way. Okay, there's our guy. 116 is not that great. Not that great of a score. All right, 686. All right, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy. $686, B1D, 34, ND, B1D, 34, ND, Grassy Plains. Grassy Plains is very unique in the sense that I don't think there's any terrain damage, or if there is terrain damage, it's incredibly minor. If anyone's curious and hasn't heard me say it a bajillion times already, I'm literally recording like all the important stats for each level in a spreadsheet because it saves us time if I have to go back, which we definitely have had to go back to try to get a different password. Okay, so we can use Armageddon. That's good. But it's 5-1. See, so what's really fucking interesting about that is it might be possible for me to just bum rush him and then kill him instantly. We can build. It's one thing that I should be checking, but it's like pretty obvious. Alright, where is he? Okay, so he's all the way down here. So, let's reset the game. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna instantly target that and say move towards the papal. Actually, alright, I don't know if this is gonna work. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I might actually have to set the game speed down to slow so that I can do this. Alright. So, gather to the papal, which is there. Okay, so that's fine that they're gathering. This guy, this straggler, I need to build this out for him. Okay, so now they've gathered over there, so now I can point them over here. And now I need to build a land bridge here for these guys. And then I need to complete this bridge for this guy. And hopefully he figures this shit out. Alright, he's not figuring it out. So that's annoying. Alright. Come on, you silly bastard. Alright. He still only has the one thing, and we had 5 dudes. Alright, so we march all the way over here. And then, boom, we tell them to fight. I'm curious if this will actually... What the hell, dude? God damn it. Oh, we don't even have the... Oh my god. Why would they do this? Get... This sucks. Alright. I'm just building this up. Oh my god. This is actually such a fucking disaster right now. Whatever. Where'd my other guy go? Alright, well, let's see how strong he is. So he has bow tech. We have bow tech. We have slightly more than he does. Alright, let's try. I'm a little frustrated. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little frustrated. Because I want them to attack, but I don't have enough mana to move the papal, so I could try to push this guy into us. Holy shit. There we go, there we go. Okay. Attack, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. It's actually, like, ultra silly. But this isn't fucking working. Attack! Alright. Now, whoops, fuck. Now we win. What? We actually lost. I think we lost there because he had higher tech. He had higher tech, because when I dropped my... okay, whatever. We can do this. We can do this. This is gonna be faster than playing the game for real, even if I mess it up a few more times. Alright, but we need to do it on slow. And I need to tell them to gather to the papal. That's good that that one guy... it's fine that this guy built, like that because I can't really do anything with him anyways. Alright, so now tell them to go. And then build the bridge. I gotta be mindful of this guy. Alright. Shit, I have no mana. There we go, there we go. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Alright. Sick. Oh, right. So that other guy is still trying to gather to the Papal. Alright, so I need him to be as close as can be, and then I say attack. And hopefully we... Okay, we lost. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, that's so shitty. Alright, fine. Fine. We'll play that level for real. I was really hoping that we could cheese it, but we'll play it for real. It felt like we were extremely close, and we probably would have been if I broke his castle, because he wouldn't have had higher tech. I would have been attacking into the same tech or lower. But you don't always get what you want. B1D, 34 ND. You don't always get what you want. Right, we're gonna play. This is fine. We're gonna play this out on normal game speed because shouldn't really be that big of an issue. Because the computer is starting from such a colossal disadvantage. Right, so we have 3 castles. He's not gonna have jack shit. So, Alright. See, now I'm starting to think like, can I cheese? Can I cheese here? So I put that there. I think I am going to do it. We have a much more rock-solid base here. So, like, even if this doesn't work, that's okay. We're still gonna... Sick. Alright. Let's check what this guy has. He has bow tech. So we made it to the island. Then let's see what he's working with. He has axe tech and bow tech. Alright, so I actually think that now we just tell him to settle. No, attack and then settle. Right. So we're applying big pressure just by being here. Because we're already going to have expanded out further than, what the fuck is he doing? Alright, whatever. I guess we have to build... We're gonna have to build high, unfortunately. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, we have a way higher population than him. He's totally surrounded. I'm probably just gonna build at night as soon as I can. That's probably the best thing to do. Ah, fuck. Let's tell them to walk towards the papal. This is dangerous. Let's move the papal back. So we'll just gather right in front of his face. And, it's not really going to be able to do much about this. Yeah, so he has axe to... Yeah, this is over. This is over. Just build a knight. Build a knight, and then we'll just keep... Oh, that's very interesting that he would walk that way. We're just going to keep the pressure on. I really don't like that this guy is over here, but whatever. Alright, so they should all be able to get... Oh my god, not this guy though, not this guy. He's an independent thinker. Fucking asshole. Okay, this is really interesting that our strategy has not worked out at all. Alright, that guy is strong. But that guy is stronger. This guy's kind of weak. Damn, that sucks. That's very weird to me. But whatever. Let's switch back to, settling. It's very strange. Alright, so he has mace tech. Do we not have sword tech? We do have sword tech. We do have sword tech, but none of these are gonna pop anytime soon, which is unfortunate. Trying to be too cheeky with it. Alright, so I'm gonna swamp him. By the time he tries to actually fix that is when we will probably be able to attack him. Because my guys are going to take forever. So this is just oppressing him. Got a triple pop over there. Triple pop. Quad pop. Okay, so what if I tell them to gather at the Papal, and then by the time they get over there, maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to do some damage. The funny thing is if I just waited till Armageddon, this would actually be, like, over. So I'm actually, like, wasting a fuckload of time. Oops. But yeah, I'm actually just wasting a lot of fucking time. Oh shit. Oh fuck. That's really bad. Fix that before you fucking drown, dude. What strength is he at? Alright, he has good strength. That's hilarious that he volcanoed his own dudes, but whatever. Alright, so I'm probably gonna do this until we get deep into the yellow health. Alright, we're yellow health mace. Back down to yellow. I don't actually know if bow is better than mace. Alright, whatever, fuck it, just make a knight. This is so silly, what I'm doing. Son of a bitch. I hope he doesn't step into any of these swamps. You know what I could do? I could just volcano all of his shit. I got rid of every swamp, actually. Alright, he should be screwed. He should be screwed. I'll probably just wait. I'm gonna set the game speed to fast. Either we win from this night, or I just wait until we have Armageddon, because we have such a massive population advantage. There's no way that these guys can win against our castles. Because these are all sword tech. there's no shot. You have no chance. No chance. All right, is this one knight gonna be able to do it? I think so, actually. He's just built different. That should be it. Once this, oh, no, never mind. Maybe this one's the last one? After that fire? Yep, there it is. 118, not very good. Probably would have gotten a better score if I just did the usual. But I wanted to cheese that. Wasn't the most effective, but hey. Alright, 691. Not 619? M2M53TH1M. M2M5. It's a good thing I repeat these because I repeat these back because I typoed this. M2M53TH1M. Desert. Desert. Oh shit, swamps are bottomless. But he doesn't have access to swamps, so this doesn't matter. 5-2. So our favor again. Starting to throw us some bones towards the end here. We can do everything except for earthquake. And he can do earthquake and night. So the fact that he can do night is unfortunate, but it probably won't be a factor just because of the starting disparity. Also, his rating sucks. Also, his rating sucks. All right, let's see if this is a Armageddon map. Oh god, I hope it is with the distance. Good, we can use Armageddon. And is there anything else special? Nope, can build up and down. No problem with that. We're gonna set the game speed to slow. And we're gonna tell the guys to gather and then settle because it's a desert. So it's very, oh god, I don't want to get in the habit of saying I hate something, but we are very high up, so it might actually be most beneficial to go for a flood. But we do need to be mindful about swamping, because swamping is going to be... Ooh, this is ugly. This is very ugly. Come on, dude. You buffoon. Okay, he died. Alright, that's really bad, so we have to restart. Losing a guy like that early is very unfortunate. Alright, I should be able to build... Oh fuck, this is on higher land. Alright. That's fine, I guess. Alright. I guess we'll do three tier. Actually, shit. Is this 4? Yeah, it's 4. Yuck. It's gonna cost us a lot. Yeah, as I can see. Yeah, that's the problem with building on such high land. It will eventually not be an issue, but it's going to be painful for a little bit. But yeah, shockingly enough, the population rate on desert is a lot higher than you might think. See, we won't really be able to do much here until we get multiple castles. Alright, which we should be able to start getting now. And I gotta remember that swamps are bottomless. I gotta remember that. So we're definitely gonna drop some swamps early. It might really be all we need, which is funny to think about. I'm shocked that, okay, I'm pretty sure they gathered there. I'm also absolutely flabbergasted that he would not settle right away. Alright. Okay, very interesting. He is actually building on very high land as well, which is good. Because if we were going to go for the flood technique, wouldn't have worked out anyways, so that actually works out pretty well. Alright, so we're doing a standard triple pop expand here. Alright, this guy's a true American patriot and is gonna keep it trucking. Same thing with this guy. Yeah, see, this is the trouble with building on such high land. This is the trouble. The mana cost is just very high. Oh, fucking outrageous. Absolutely fucking outrageous. Alright, I think I just fix this. And I don't worry about fast expanding at all, because he's at the point where he can start, you know, fucking with us, so I need to get that swamp going, is what I need to do. So I think we just fix this out. And then just make sure we have some area to expand along the perims. Always check your perims. Oh, fuck. See, it gets hard, though, because you want to have a good perimeter, but, like I said, building high up fucking sucks. Yeah, maybe it's not even worth it to build high up. What the hell is he doing over here? Okay, so he's actually building down now. So I could go for the flood if I need to. Also, the fact that he's building down makes it so that my swamps are less effective, so very interesting that the computer is sort of prepping for the inevitable attack. Holy fuck, dude. Why are you building down here, bro? I actually don't want him down here. Whatever. I will have to build this up if I want to use flood, but this is gonna give me some cheaper and faster mana for the time being. Very good. He has mostly flat land now. Kind of outrageous that this guy can't figure out a place to go. Kind of outrageous, actually. Alright, well, we're almost there. Population, massive difference. Alright, I'm gonna be waiting for that tick. Yeah, so he only has 3 castles. I mean, this is like nothing. This is like nothing. Alright, So, see, I'm kind of like, do I nibble this all down? Shit, I just killed one of my guys. I think I have to nibble this all down. This is like really stupid. This is really unfortunate. But I think I have to nibble this all down. Maybe that's a waste of time. The thing is I can keep his population in check. With just swamps. All I have to do is just keep swamping him over and over again. But the problem is that I wouldn't be able to keep expanding this and being able, like, this is eating into my mana like a shitload to do this. There's no doubt that this is unfortunate. But it's just not sustainable to keep building up. And I guess you could argue like, oh, but Jeff, you could wait out for a flood, but it's gonna take so fucking long to even get to that point, and it doesn't even fucking matter because swamps are bottomless, but water is not fatal. So it's a momentary shock to the system for a greater gain later. Okay, good. That actually helped me because that's like free. Alright. So we're doing big damage. So really the goal is just going to be swamp, 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 and then Armageddon. And that's only going to get faster and faster as we build this down. So, little unfortunate. Alright, he's actually helping us. So, thank you, computer. That's actually so funny. Alright, let's tell our guys to attack and then settle. There's not anything to attack at the moment, but it's possible that eventually there might be. And this way I don't really have to worry about it. Boom. Swamp. Alright, now he's actually fucking with us. So now these earthquakes are actually a hindrance, which is fun. And you know what? I should just tell them to gather instead of attacking. Even if I wanted them to attack, because my strategy is like all swamps all the time right now, it's not actually a good idea. to have them try to expand out like that. Oops, fuck. Alright, so this was sloppy as hell. This was so sloppy. There's no fucking doubt that this was sloppy. But that's okay, because we're still gonna win. In fact, I mean, it's so sloppy. Why not just crank the game speed up? Alright, so all I'm gonna do at the moment is just a whole shitload of YXing. YX, YX, YX. And then we get the swamp. Swamp them out. YX, YX, YX. And that's all we're gonna do. Is just YX. YX, YX, YX. Because at this point, I really don't think it matters what we do. And we're just gonna keep following the same pattern. Where he's earthquaking me, I'm swamping him. That's just the way it is. But eventually we will have expanded so far out that we will be able to beat out any mana lost. Oh shit. Any mana lost. Trying to deal with these earthquakes. Is this guy for serious? For seriously? Alright, well, this is getting bothersome, so at this point, I feel like his population is so depressed that we can just build all the way up to Armageddon. Right, that's gonna be... Because we're just, like, I don't really care that he's doing this. And we can just YX to fix it constantly, but like his population is not going to catch up to ours, so game is over. But I can't bring him down enough so that he stops earthquaking. But for me to fix an earthquake is really not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. Yeah, see, he's just gonna keep doing it. We'll just keep YXing. I mean, whatever. Let's population is going up, but I don't think that it's gonna be possible for him to win at this current rate. I should do a safety save though, just in case. That's very interesting. It's very interesting. We could do a massive amount of swamps. Oh, that's great. He just earthquaked our expansion over to his side, but like that didn't really matter at all. It's funny. Let's tell our guys to attack. He's gonna do it again. Oh no, never mind. Fuck. Alright, he's gonna beat us there, so that's unfortunate. Oops. Alright, well, it's getting dicey, but I think we still win. So help me God, that better not be the swamp bugs. It better be an old swamp that's killing him, and not swamp bugs that are killing me. I'm too afraid to even look. Right, let's give some flat land over there, then we'll go back over here and fix this shit. What's funny is that because killing him, killing you, killing time, I sure do miss killing time. But yeah, what up, Zard? So Zard, you said you're busy on Saturday. Do you want me to postpone Castlevania Bloodlines, or you're cool with just watching the VOD? There's no way. There's no way that he's beating us in population, right? There's no way. He very well could be. The bastard. Did I read Bram Stoker's Bram Stoker's Dracula? No, but I watched the movie. That's got to be worth something, right? Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Hey, we won that fight. That's good. It's about to be the moment of truth. Do we have the population? Because both of our populations are off the off the charts. But I think we win. Actually, something really cheeky that I could do is put a shitload of swamps on his side and then do the Armageddon, but then I would be delaying the Armageddon. And that would suck. God damn it, this guy is so annoying. So annoying with these earthquakes. Alright. Fuck. Come on, tick, 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 please, tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. God damn it, I need this tick. Bruh. Just tick. For fuck's sake. Did it tick? Alright, let's see if we win this. If we don't win this, I'm just gonna revert the save and throw a shitload of swamps down. But I think we win this. I think we win. Yeah. Oh shit, I think we lose. No, we won. Thank God. That was so horrible. I'm getting soft on my populous skills. All right. 695 Cake Lands. Well, Ute was asking for Cake Land, and now we got it. 695 SC5. That's a Y P4RT. SC5Y P4RT. Cake Land. Yeah, to give it an idea of how horrible of a jump that was, I only went from 691 to 695, so see how this goes. This is 2-to-3 ratio. We can do earthquakes, volcanoes, and floods, and he can do it all. But typical shallow, harmful. How many levels are we usually skipping? 5, but like to get an 80 something is like pretty bad. Yeah, so I mean, to give you an idea of tonight, we went from 675 to 681 to 686 to 691 to 695. So we might have been like just on the cusp of being able to skip ahead 4 levels. Like a sub 100K score is pretty bad, but I was playing that really horribly as well. So, you know. Oh. What? Are you kidding? That's so bad. We cannot use Armageddon. We cannot use Armageddon. Oy vey, that's a yikes and a half. All right. This is going to be a long one. Potentially. This one could potentially go above an hour, so I do have work in the morning, so I think I'm gonna call it here for the evening. So appreciate everybody dropping by. Big ups to DeForte for the 27 months again. Thank you. And let's see. Let's see if any of the homies are on. Well, let's go ahead and raid Super Game Station. He's playing Genesis Ghouls and Goes. He's trying to do a 1cc. We'll go ahead and raid him. A shame it has to Populous. Yeah, so Zard, Uncle Scuttle, anybody lurking, appreciate you all. Hope you have a fantastic Friday. And yeah, I guess tomorrow is Pop-Off Friday, you know. Pretty much, as long as we beat one level, if we're incredibly unlucky, 2 levels, then we'll be into the 700s. So that'll be great. But anyways, peace out, and let's check in on Super Game Station.